You're watching Boone TV News. Hello Boone High. The ASA X Games Tour will be making its way to BHS this Thursday to spread awareness about bullying and tobacco awareness. With more on this, here is Haley Osborne.
In order to celebrate good attendance, Boone High School welcomed the ASA High School Tour on September 18th.
Well, we've done a really great job with our attendance and hitting one of our goals for the first few weeks. And so we're going to reward the students with this X Game activity.
The ASA Tour will set up a half pipe at the high school practice football field for a 45-minute show including the top 5 BMX bikers and skateboarders from the X Games. The show is to help raise awareness about bullying prevention in a tobacco-free life. Principal Mr. Byam hopes that this will be a real eye-opener for a lot of BHS students.
A lot of things that are said to be bullying, you don't even realize that you're doing it.
He also hopes that students will be able to celebrate differences instead of creating a barrier because of them.
We all have skeletons in our closet. We all have issues. We're all different. I think it's really important to understand that.
As well as getting to meet the riders, students will also have a chance to win special prizes and obtain autographs after the show. This has been Haley Osborne with BTV News. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Haley. This fall, the Boone High Drama Department will be bringing the musical Legally Blonde to the stage. This past week, they held auditions. With more on the cast, here's Joey Brooks.
The cast of Legally Blonde has been announced. The 2 lead roles are being played by Katherine Anderson and Braden Biersner. The Toreador Thespians and the Drama Department have started practice with the hopes of performing a successful play this year. With approximately 70 kids auditioning, the cast is looking to bring a lot of energy and enthusiasm to the musical.
Pretty excited. I've never actually been in a musical or play before.
I was really excited. I wasn't actually planning on being able to do the musical, but I love Elle, so she'll be really fun to play.
Every role in the theater is as important as every other role. Tech, actors, and publicity alike have as equal of a role and as important of a role.
I think the play will be successful. Legally Blonde is a popular musical.
Toreador Theater is a great family and it's going to have a lot of fun together.
This has been Joey Brooks with BTV News. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Joey. This past Saturday was the 38th annual Pufferbilly Days celebration, and I had a chance to see how Boone High students took part in many ways of the event of the weekend. Here in downtown Boone, many staff and students are involved in Pufferbilly Days, kicking off with the parade Saturday morning. One of these groups was the Boone High School Marching Band.
I thought we played very well on Saturday. We had great weather. It was perfect. It was not too hot. We brought out the banners this year, which we haven't had in a while. That was a really nice, snazzy addition.
There were also student clubs in the parade, like the Technology Student Association and FFA, Future Farmers of America.
I think it's a really good opportunity for students. They have to communicate, speak with people. We usually, throw out candy, give out some information about our groups.
The Pufferbilly Days Parade had a great turnout this year. I'm Allison McRunnell from Boone TV. Mrs. O'Connor joined the special ed department this year and is looking to bring her unique skills to the classroom to benefit her students. Here's Aaron Michael with more on Mrs. O'Connor.
It's a new year at BHS, and with it comes new teachers. One of the new teachers is Mrs. O'Connor, a special ed teacher who has a lot to bring to Boone High.
I am just finishing up my master's degree at Iowa State, and I'm looking for a job, and I applied at Ames and here. I think this is it's got a very positive vibe to it, and I'm very surprised to see very little bullying. I've gone to every other school I've been at. Bullying's been a big problem, and I really don't see that here, and I think that's really good. I also have an art specialization, so I'm constantly looking at how to use art in the classroom, and then identify a lot with my students because I also have ADHD, and so we talk about that a lot, and so I think it makes them more comfortable to realize, a person with a disability can go out and go to college and then, be successful. On my last job, I was a nanny for a family, and with one little boy, and so it's a lot different because I was managing one kid, and now I'm managing more than one.
Mrs. O'Connor is very outgoing and she gets along with the students really well. She's on top of the assignments that she wants to do and the lessons. The kids seem to really enjoy her.
This has been Aaron Michael. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Aaron. The Toradors cross-country teams went up against some of the top-rated teams in the state at the Ames Invitational last week. With more on how they finished, here's Claire Anderson.
Thursday, the Torador cross-country team had their second meet of the season at the ISU cross-country course. This premier race featured stiff competition for many of the state's best cross-country programs. Sophomore Diana Slight raced to a fourth-place finish with a time of 15:50.
I think it's pretty tricky because it winds around a lot and makes you think you're going to be finishing soon, but you're really not.
Senior Iris Swanson and Blair Benchnoff are the second and third Toradors to cross the line in 24th and 25th place. Finishing in 32nd with a time of 20:01, junior Sarah Heiler is the fourth runner from Boone to complete the course. With an overall score of 122, the Toradors placed fourth in the meet.
I think we ran strong and in a tough competition. We showed them that we've been working hard. We improved our times from last year. I was really happy. I think we did well.
Also last Thursday, the boys cross-country team got their turn at the ISU Invitational. Junior Derek Kahn was the first Boone runner to cross the finish line with a time of 19:14.
It was a pretty tough course today. I felt like I could have done a little better. I hope the next year I can do a little bit better, get a few more guys next year, have some more experience.
Sophomore Brent Phillips was the next runner to complete the course with a time of 20:35, taking 28th place. All 8 Toradors placed in the top 60 runners. The varsity boys cross-country team took 9th overall. This has been Claire Anderson with Boone TV Sports.
Thanks, Claire. The cross-country teams will compete again this Monday at Ballard. Last Friday, the Torador football team took to Geppinger Field looking to get their first win of the season. Here's Justin Elsner with more on the game.
Coming off a 33-13 loss to Ballard, the Toradors entered their Week 2 game looking for their first win facing Gilbert. Early in the first quarter, Gilbert's quarterback, Jared Gescheidler, put the first 2 touchdowns on the board, making it 14-0. With a punishing running game, the Tigers added another 24 points in the second quarter. The Toradors ended the half with a daunting deficit. Out of the locker room, sophomore quarterback Tanner Spinky ran for 59 yards, leading up to the Toradors' first touchdown by Jake Johnson. The Torador defense made a stand with an interception by Boone linebacker Ashton Clemens. With time winding down in the third quarter, Boone got on the board with a pass from Schmicky to Clemens. In the end, Gilbert's offense could not be stopped with a final score of 52-21. I'm Justin Elsner from Boone TV Sports.
Thanks, Justin. You can see the Toradors take the field again Friday, September 12th against the Humboldt Wildcats at Geppinger Field. Hope to see you there. Thanks for joining me for a look back at this past week at Boone High School. Have a great weekend.